in the FBI. There are a number of companies in this country that make or transform regular vehicles into armored vehicles. They up-armor them. This is for corporate presidents and their officials either here or overseas. So there's a number of ways and a number of people that own these vehicles, and it could be a stolen vehicle, or we don't know if it's an armored car that's been taken from, say, one of the bank delivery companies, something like that. So they haven't described in detail the type of armored car it is, but there are many of them, and they're readily available to purchase.
Okay, so not as difficult as one would expect.
No.
All right. I just heard something from my producer. Give that to me again, Michael. All right. Okay. Tom, stay with us. You'll be with us, I understand, all morning. We've got new video in now, Christy.
Right. This is in-house of cell video, apparently, of this attack. Well, again, this is another piece of video someone posted on Facebook. Let's listen to this.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so again, this is just some of the video, and I'm sure many that will probably come out throughout the morning. Again, this is something, if you're just joining us, that happened about 12:30 Dallas time, when police, as they termed it on Twitter, were under attack, not only at the police department. So at the end of the day, we have two scenes here. First of all, we've got the police department where there are 4 suspicious bags. We know at least one of them has exploded. They found a pipe bomb in another one, I believe.
Yes.
So we're waiting as they have a robot there to examine those bags. Then secondly, we have allegedly multiple suspects holed up in an armored van outside a Jack in the Box after a chase.
Yeah.
And those are the suspects that they believe shot at police, left those bags out there. But it is an active scene at both different scenes right now.
Yeah, we've got on the phone with us Tristan Hallman, a reporter for the Dallas Morning News, who's been doing some excellent reporting we've been following online. Tell us what's happening right now. Where are we in this negotiating process between police, between authorities, and the suspects?
Well, the negotiations have been going on for several hours now. It sounds like they've got the armored van cornered. It's not clear how many people are in there. The police have actually talked to only one of the suspects that we know of at this time, and there may only be one person in there. But it sounds like that person may be wounded. But the negotiations have been going on for quite a while.
Tristan, I want to start this by saying we're not using the name that this man gave to police, so I hope you'd respect that. But do police believe they have confirmed that this is the person, that he is who he says he is, or are they any closer to determining who the suspect who claims possibly has been injured is?
Well, that person, they released the name hoping that someone would come forward. They believe that they're not sure whether that person is the person, and they really have no way to tell right now because they're still holed up in the van. But that particular name has been associated with someone else who was arrested a few years ago for threatening to shoot up schools and churches and other buildings, and was wanted here in Dallas on a family violence charge.
All right. So, Tristan, if you'll hold on for us here, we need to get to Cedric Alexander, who is also in Dallas, our CNN law enforcement analyst. And as Victor was saying, Cedric, when you're talking about negotiations and you've got somebody in this van who clearly means to do harm, talk to us, help us understand the verbiage that is used. How do you get through to somebody so you can try to get them to surrender, essentially?
Well, that's going to vary certainly from person to person, but in a case such as this, it's going to take some patience and time, and you're going to have to do everything you can as a negotiator to try to join with that individual, trying to find some point of mutual communication in which you can begin to engage in a conversation. The longer I can stay in conversation with you, the higher the chance that it will possibly come to some resolve. But here again, this case is still unfolding there in Dallas, and it's still very early in this. And this standoff is no telling how long it may last, but it's going to take a little time here this morning to put all of this together.
So,
We just got a tweet I want to read out. This, again, is from the Dallas Police Department in the last minute, and I'm going to read it. Breaking, we have found an additional package under a police truck in the parking lot at Dallas Police Department headquarters. EOD, the Explosives Ordnance Division, is checking it. Again, they've now found an additional package under a police truck in the parking lot at the Dallas Police Department headquarters. Again, this would be in addition to the 4 bags that were found, suspicious bags. One of them, we know, detonated as the explosive ordnance robot approached that bag to detonate it. It went off. It exploded on its own. I want to go back to Tristan. Give us an idea of the resources that are pouring in right now that you know of to assist with this standoff and now this search for potentially more explosives.
Well, as you mentioned before, federal authorities are now working with Dallas Police. Dallas Police have now expanded their perimeter around the headquarters. They're working to evacuate everyone. They've got a ton of officers down. At the second location, there are officers working security at all the patrol stations around the city. They've got security over at City Hall. They're trying to keep every possible target, even though it seems like it's limited to police headquarters and where this van is now. But they're trying to keep them all secured.
but did you see also just a couple of minutes ago breaking, and forgive me if you, we're investigating a suspicious package in a dumpster at the Northeast substation. So it sounds as though, Tristan, that we know that the police said they have secured all of their substations, but it sounds as though I think we're learning just how elaborate this is. Yes, yeah. There are things that have been placed in specific areas over a long period of time. It seems it would have taken to facilitate this kind of an attack. Do you know, when you said that they're talking to at least one person in that van, is there any confirmation as to how many people might actually be involved here?
No, and that's something the police are trying to figure out. They're not sure how many people are in the van. They've heard rumors that there might have been another second shooter rumor that someone was up in the adjacent apartment building shooting, but they haven't been able to confirm any of that. It's part of why they're evacuating that building. They're obviously looking for people who might be part of an ambush. But this is all stuff that could come up in the heat of a moment whenever there's something that happens like this. There were fully automatic weapons being fired, so you could easily attribute that to more people than just the one, even if it was just one person.
All right.
As for the
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, as for the package in the dumpster at Northeast Patrol, Northeast Patrol is a ways up, so I'd be cautious to associate it with it. Just yet. They've looked at suspicious packages before that don't end up being anything. Obviously, they're taking an abundance of caution right now.
I hear that caution, but after a suspicious package exploded this morning, and considering the context of what's happening, they're taking every precaution as one would expect. Tristan Hallman, reporter with Dallas Morning News. Stay with us. We've got Cedric Alexander, CNN law enforcement analyst with us. We've got Tom Fuentes, law enforcement analyst, as well as we push forward on the breaking news. Dallas Police Department, in their words, under attack. Now investigating several suspicious packages after an explosion outside of headquarters. Several men, up to 4, potentially firing automatic weapons, as they've been described, at officers, ramming, as you see here on your screen, a police cruiser with what's been described as an armored vehicle. Again, they call it under attack. We'll continue with the breaking news after this.
Color is a beautiful thing. I know. Color is a beautiful thing. I know. Oh, yes, I know. Color is the I-Ching-Ching for sure. Ding, dang. Color is a beautiful.
If you feel it, you can find